Get a chicken, babe.
Yeah, somebody throw a chicken in
So they
there.
are fighting together, like
Can you
something
go,
like, oh, give me a baby, give me a baby.
Get on there, get on there.
Give me a baby.
Back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to try a little different style of voiceover. This is from we stayed at the Waterfront Insular Hotel in Davao. It was a beautiful resort, 4-star. Nothing but nice things to say about the staff. The room accommodations were very nice. The bathroom was a little dated, but the bed was super comfy. The view out the window was spectacular. It looked over the pool area. Didn't have the greatest swim beach, but the pools were very nice. We were on the second floor, so we overlooked the grounds. It was very nice, very romantic. It was over Valentine's Day weekend. The lobby area, it was gorgeous. They had lots of room. They had Chinese New Year decorations all set up and ready to go. And it does cater to like the wedding crowd, or conventions. Very nice property, very secluded, very quiet. The dining was absolutely excellent. Every morning they had a nice buffet included with your room stay. You could get everything from a Western breakfast to some of your Filipino. Next place we went on our trip was the Crocodile Park and Zoo in Davao. It was a couple hundred pesos, I think, entry fee. You got the whole day to go. Do something. Fight. Get mad at each other. Slosh around.
Get a chicken, babe.
Yeah, somebody throw a chicken
so
in
they
there.
are fighting together, like
Yeah, throw some fresh meat in there and watch them fight for it. When's feeding hour?
Babe,
That would
go
be
there.
fun. So the crocodiles were kind of lackluster. They just sit around and sunbathe. They hardly ever moved. I took lots of video, and this is just some of it clipped in here, but well worth the visit. There are all kinds of different sizes of crocodile, from little like 1 or 2 foot cages to enclosures like this where you've got like 6, 7, 8 footers in there. I'm gonna mount you, I think is what he's saying. I'm gonna get on top of you.
Oh,
We're gonna have a little
yeah. Doing
Wild
something
Kingdom.
like, oh, give me a baby, give me a baby.
Get on there, get on there.
Give me a baby.
Hop, hop. Alright, this one's like gonna get a little frisky. Hey babe, come on.
Yeah, she's not easy to get, babe. Look.
Here we go. Ride him, cowboy. Yeah, kick him in the head. Give him a good boot. Tell that guy I am not into man on man. Girl on girl, whatever this is.
You are so pretty. Oh my god.
Oh, go ate. Everyone's trying. Girl Scout ka.
There were lots of different animals you could tour around and look at. I don't even know what some of these were, but they were quite a display of local and obviously not native to the Philippines. The tiger exhibit was really interesting because unless they're feeding the tigers like you see here in this video clip, they don't do anything. And there's a show, like when we saw that tiger getting fed, that was right at the beginning of one of the shows. They'd say, hey, the audience, hey, come over here, walk over here, and we'll show you the tigers feeding. And that's what they did. They fed them a couple chickens, and then they come back and then they ask you to come back into their little amphitheater and watch the show. About 40-minute long presentation. They do that, at least the day we were there, twice a day. So once in the morning and once in the late evening. Well, we missed the one in the morning, and we ended up having to come all the way back. We went and did other things after probably around noon, and then we came back sometime around 4 o'clock, I believe, and did the evening show. Animal show goes on and on. I did not film all of it. I filmed the beginning here where you see, you know, them parading the different animals across the stage back and forth. But they did a lot of bird tricks, I guess, best thing to say. They'd have the birds, different birds flying across the audience. They had interactions with the audience where they, you know, certain children mostly came up and had birds eating out of their hands. They had hawks, eagles, all kinds of like not toucans, but like parakeets and stuff like that. And yeah, it was fun. It was a fun, well worth the money. I would highly recommend going to the Davao Crocodile and Zoo Park. Now the People's Park in Davao City is right downtown in the middle of the heart of the city. Easy to get to. Parking could be a little tricky. We took a motorbike for this whole weekend trip. We rented one and rode around to all the different spots. But the park itself isn't terribly large. It's video. We're at the People's Park.
Babe, let's go here.
Where are we going? Oh. Smile for the video.
That's what I want. I love Davao City. Take me a video, babe. Stop giving.
Take me a video too, babe. I am a mermaid.
There were lots of artwork throughout the park. It was basically like a big oval that you walked around. And then there was the museum. So they have a museum adjacent or right there that you can walk into. It's completely free. It's the National Museum of the Philippines in Davao. It is, I think, like 3 or 4 stories. It's not a huge museum. It probably took us less than an hour to tour through it. But, you know, we didn't really sit there and read all the exhibits. But videoing in there, you couldn't really talk. You can see from the videos that it's sort of like a natural museum, natural history museum. There's lots of exhibits on the geology of the Philippines, caves, some of it's on the history of, you know, extinct animal life like this mastodon. Then we went to D-Bone Collector Museum. So that was a real short scooter ride away from People's Park and the Museum of Natural History. And it had a small entry fee. I don't remember exactly what it was, a couple hundred pesos. And we were in, but it is a very small museum. I don't know if I would recommend going there for such a small display. I think we paid like 200 pesos each to get in. And, you know, if you're into bones, it's great. There was tons of, as you can see in the video, tons of skeletons of all these animals, and not all of them are native to the Philippines. Most were, but we went to Magno ATV Adventures. Now, this one we sought out because Lorna had been dying to ride, to drive something, whether it was a car or motorcycle. I thought ATVs would be a good thing because, you know, she can't fall over on an ATV. It's got 4 wheels. So here you can see Lorna trying to figure out how to turn it around. So they made her practice going back and forth. I won't bore you with all that video, but here's a little clip of her kind of learning how to turn it around on the trail. And so, you know, this was all new to her. She really hasn't ever really driven anything motorized. She, as a kid, had, you know, bicycles that she would ride, but never has driven anything motorized until this very moment. Actually, this is her second time. We went to Puerto Galera and did ATVs, but that was on like a track. This was really trail riding, and you'll get to see a little bit of it. But here she is backing out and trying to get turned around. They made her go up and down like 4 times on this little road before they felt like she was ready to take the trail on, just to build her confidence and her skills up a little bit here. Yeah, here she comes rolling back towards us. Yeah, he's like, 1 more time. Well, I think it ended up being like 4 more times. Anyway.
So you can perfect the...
This is actually me driving up a very steep hill, and the camera can't quite pick it, you know, make that out, but these are very steep inclines. I think this one's this one's uphill as well. So I took the motorbike, the ATV, up and down the very steep grades. Basically, you went down a steep grade and then you came up at the end, and then there was a huge section that was flat down at the bottom. Lorna did the flats, I did the steeps. All right, next we went over to Long Hua Temple. I'm not probably pronouncing that right, but it's a Buddhist temple, not that far from the heart of Davao City, but I found it on Google Maps. I figured, well, let's go swing by there on the motorbike and check it out. So here we are, we're walking in, and it's very well landscaped. There was nobody in sight. Easy to park on the street out front. We parked in like a little parking lot of like a barber shop or some little, anyway. Yeah, we walked around, we took some photos, took some videos, and we were very respectful. We did not enter into the temple. They had clothing restrictions, so we stayed out. We weren't dressed appropriately with our shoulders and our knees covered. So we did not enter into the temple itself. But if you're in the area, it's free. You can just walk around. Next thing we did was one of the nights we went to Rojas Boulevard Night Market. And we didn't take any videos or photos because it was just a madhouse of people. So these images are off of like Google Images. We did get food there that was pretty good. Lorna got some kind of a fish. I had like barbecue chicken skewers. No, what did I have? I had chicken fried rice that night. And then we got some ice cream somewhere else. But we walked around, checked out, you know, people were everywhere selling all kinds of wares. Here's just a couple images of, you know, here's used shoes, but there were racks and racks of used clothes. There were easily a kilometer long of food, and mostly shopping though. I'll say the food section was maybe 1 city block, and then the shopping was several city blocks long. But yeah, it's a good night, good time. If you want to hang out, people watch, I highly recommend it. The hotel was $372.74, and the airline tickets, Davao, for $70.16 for the 2 of us. And our return flight was on Philippines Airlines, and that ticket was $74.35. Another thing that we did on this trip that was the first time we've done this is we rented a motorbike, a Honda Click, for 2,300 pesos for the 4 days that we were there. So it was 500 pesos a day, and then a 300 peso delivery and pickup fee at the airport. $517.25 for the room and the airline tickets. An extra 2,300 pesos for the motorbike, and then throw in another 3,000 to 4,000 pesos food costs. We really didn't spend a lot of money. The ATV was 400, well worth the 400 pesos. We could have rode 2 ATVs. They didn't have a lot though, but you could have rode on 2 different bikes. All in all, I'd say we spent about 5,000 pesos with food and entertainment, about $86 plus the 512. All in all, for just under $600, you can fly, stay in a 4-star hotel, and have an entertaining weekend for 2 over Valentine's Day for $600 US. Well, thanks again for watching our video. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and we really appreciate the support. Comment below, would you go to Davao City?